We'll review the results of Stanbic IBTC Holdings with the CEO, Sola David-Borha, and later Nigerian equities markets with John Oga, the CEO, Investment One Stockbrokers. Well, Bankole Odusanya, the fixed income trader at UBA, will be giving us an update on the Nigerian fixed income and money markets. And lastly, we'll interview Mr. Akinyemi Oshinubi, the director at Riverbank Capital. But first of all, let's take a look at the top stories out of the region. Stanbic IBTC Holding has recorded a 167% rise in first quarter earnings per share to 32 kobo. The commercial bank saw revenue increase 30% to 27 billion naira, while profits after tax gained 43% to close at 3.6 billion naira as a result of substantial increase in trading revenue. GT Bank has recorded a 16% increase in earnings per share to 80 kobo for the first quarter. The Tier 1 lender saw revenue increase 21% to 63 billion naira, while profit after tax gained 16% to 22.5 billion naira, boosted by a significant increase in investment income. Well, Burger Paints recorded a first quarter loss of 14 kobo per share. The paint company's revenue increased 12% to 606 million naira, but profits after tax fell 23% to 30 million naira on the back of increased cost pressures. Well, and finally, Stanbic IBTC Holding has recorded a 57% rise in full-year earnings per share to 50 kobo. The commercial bank saw revenue increase 45% to 92 billion naira, while total profits after tax gained 53% to 10.2 billion naira on the back of growth in transactional volumes and activities, and it's a loan book at the moment. I'm going to be speaking with Mr. Sola David-Borha, the Chief Executive Officer of Stanbic IBTC Holding, to delve into these numbers. Thank you so much for joining us, Sola. Now, can we get your view on how to moderate funding pressures, which seems to be pronounced in the fourth quarter of 2012 after some ease in previous quarters? I mean, for instance, total net interest income declined by 5% as a result of high funding costs.
Thank you very much. Our focus continues to be to drive low-cost deposits. And we can see the improvement because in Q4 2012, the ratio of low-cost to total deposits was 49%. We have been able to improve that percentage to 55% low-cost deposits in Q1 2013. So the way forward is to continue to push, and our target is to get to 60%.
All right, now what has been the success in your bank's mobile money business and your growth expectations?
We have been very pleased with the progress in our mobile money business. We have about 800,000 mobile money accounts that have been opened to date, and we were the first to connect to the 4 main mobile telco operators. Mobile accounts are also linked to our ATMs. We believe that with just about 20 million bank accounts compared to over 80 million mobile telephones, that the growth potential in this area is significant, and we consider it to be a big part of our strategy going forward.
Oh, now the group is giving out a dividend of 10 kobo. I mean, that's far less than what many analysts had forecast. Now, what are your insights into the reasons for this, for not paying more?
Yes, you must recall that we transited to a holding company structure last year in November. What that means is that until the subsidiaries declare dividends and inflow it to the holding company will be unable to pay out dividends. So because of this, we are going to pay an interim dividend, which will basically come from the subsidiaries' dividends, and that would be 70 kobo. So, for a year-on-year comparison, you actually have to combine the 70 from the subsidiaries and this 10 kobo that is being paid end of December.
Now, can you describe the bank's SME strategy and your expectations for loan and deposit growth in this space? I mean, your loans grew by just 5% last year.
Our SME business is a key part of our growth strategy. We continue to focus on the entire value chain across sectors. So we would be looking to bank, the SMEs in the telco sectors, in the agri sector. We consider that this is an area where we can get fairly reasonable margins, and it's going to contribute significantly both to loans and deposits, because as you bank the SMEs, you also bank the flows associated with the business.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're going to have to leave it there at the moment. Without Sola David-Borha, the Chief Executive Officer of Stanbic IBTC.